Sounds like you had some unexpected visitors out there.
Those two beasts came out of nowhere. Who were they?
Victor Creed and James Logan Howlett. But I'm sure they'd prefer to go by their current aliases.
Sabretooth and Wolverine. Those two have been at each other's throats for decades.
Wolverine? Then he is a werewolf? I did not sense that from either of them.
Because they are mutants. Like me.
You are like them?
I will not be howling at the moon anytime soon, Hunter. It affects us all in different ways.
There are some things you'll need to become familiar with in our post-atomic world, Hunter. Mutants being a big part of that.
A blessing or a curse in the blood, depending on who you ask. I can explain further if you must know.
In the meantime, I need to look into what's happening in New York. Wolverine is an honorable man, if a bit rough around the edges. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is a homicidal maniac. The fact that he's got his sights set on you is definitely not good news.
Wait, you know Logan?
Who do you think first told me about you? You'd be surprised how many people have found their way into these woods over the years. And once they do, they tend to find a way back. I doubt this is the last we have seen of either of them.
Wonderful.
Having Sabretooth wrapped up in all of this is another headache we don't need. I can only hope.
How much do you trust this Logan?
Quite a bit, actually. He's a bit prickly.
Exactly.
I would trust Logan with my life.
That is quite a bit of trust. I am surprised you have never spoken.
Logan is a good man, but he follows his own path. After this, I may not see him.
I suppose there is nothing more to do but wait. I have a
Oh,
Logan and I are not exactly best friends or anything. He's more my brother, Piotr's friend. Like I said earlier, we're all mute.
Rest easy. I will not freak out because you do not.
That's because you haven't seen me on a bad day. Hardly. We're all part of the X-Men. I mean, not currently. But I guess once you're in...
Just like...
I guess...
And this Sabretooth, he is a mutant.
Definitely not an X-Man. He and Wolverine go way back. Who knows what their feud was originally about?
He has been tracking us for a bit.
Are you sure it was him and not...
Mark my words.
Normally I'd tell you no way, but I've seen your moves. If anyone can have...
Thank you for explaining this to me.
Of course, mutant society is... But all you need to know is that...
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Shop class tonight. Right? Wait, what's Tony doing here?
It's interesting how you solved the heat problem.
Is that a good interesting or a bad interesting?
Neither. It's just not what I would have done.
Right. Okay, before you ask, Tony kinda showed up and started talking.
When is the last time Tony Stark was booted from a club? It could be today.
As funny as that would be to record and post to Superlink, I'd rather recruit him than boot him. I don't know how to talk to rich people. Would you mind?
All right.
Thanks, Hunter.
Hey, boss. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't picture you for the technical type. Wait, no, I'm seeing it. You're someone who's always appreciated horsepower.
What brings you here, Tony?
I couldn't sleep. Saw Parker slip off with a backpack full of gadgets. I was tired and bored, so I followed him here. You know, the only time I've seen the Hell Ride is when it's on fire. You think Robbie will let me poke around under the hood?
Shop class is open to you.
Well, that's nice, boss, but I don't plan to stay if I'm not welcome. Look, this isn't my thing, and I don't want to make it my thing. I'll stick around as long as Robbie...
All right.
The two of you heard me, right?
Yeah, sure did.
So, what do you think? I'll be completely invisible.
Like Sue Storm?
Like a slightly taller Sue Storm.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I mean, as long as the shop doesn't become a Stark subsidiary, I'm good.
Scout's honor.
Then welcome to shop class, Tony.
All right. You kids do your thing.
That was easy. Almost.
He has a place here, as long as his actions match his words.
Good idea. And it's probably fine. As long as he doesn't alphabetize the component drawer, we're okay. But you came here to help finish this project. Go on. Parker can run you through it.
We have no big threats on the horizon, so today...
No big threat.
Shop class deals with known quantities. Lilith alters fundamental scientific principles just by existing. She's way out of our league. Besides, we have a ton of ideas in the backlog for these personal prototypes. It all depends on the components at hand. You already gave me the components. Those will come in handy. So, are we good to go on this project?
I am ready.
No comment, but that's some good...
Is that it?
I am ready.
Hunter, if you're receiving this message, please come to the central console as soon as possible.
That's odd.
Dr. Banner, you've re-emerged.
I'm sorry, Hunter. Probably not the best impression of me.
And we are happy to have you back, Doctor.
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine. Doing better than our comm system. I was knocked offline by a spike in gamma radiation that tore through the electromagnetic spectrum. But don't worry, I've isolated the problem here. No more blackouts, I promise. That's why I would like to scan you and see if the shifts in energy have affected you.
I do not understand. Our target is my mother. How can focusing on me...
You're special, Hunter. Underground all these years, protected from any gamma influence, and you share the Mother of Demons' DNA. The same one who can manipulate the gamma particles in ways... I think there is quite a lot we can... Just stand very still. You shouldn't feel a thing. And we're done. Once I analyze this, thank you, Hunter.
Our Avengers house guests are hogging the comms to chat with their best buddy, Bruce Banner.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
I have some.
Tickets to the...
Sorry.
You're...
I have.
You're...
Oh, you are gonna love this. Hey, Hunter. Initiating struggle mission. What can I say except you're welcome?
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Let's see if you're as good as they say.
Later.
I'm learning a lot from you. Look at that map. We've got emergencies all over the globe.
Hydra is staying true to its multi-headed namesake. They're currently active in New York, Paris, Moscow, Singapore, Los Angeles. The list keeps growing.
They caught us off guard. We'll put them back in check.
With what, Tony? Avenger forces are spread thin as it is.
Temporarily. We're back in contact with Banner, and we still have the tower.
And that's supposed to make us feel better? We thought we had the sanctum until we didn't.
Well, I'm sorry, Stephen, but your overrated metaphysical library is not my state-of-the-art militarized tower. It will hold.
Hold what? Your ego? You'll need a taller tower.
Oh, coming from the man who literally calls himself Supreme.
Are you two finished yet?
Every second we waste arguing, Hydra takes another bite out of our ass.
Fine. Then let's stop arguing and take a bite out of their Yeah, let's just stop arguing.
Underneath my mask is a look of...
If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that. Hunter. Thanks, Hunter. I wonder if Hydra sits around arguing like this.
That was quite a heated discussion.
What can I say? I will always fight. Hydra may be on the rise, but they will never rise above.
Do not let your arrogance lead you. There is no fight my mother...
Whose side are you on, Hunter?
Your side.
Well, you're starting to sound like a Hydra...
I do not work for you, Tony. I am not...
if this is your idea of an inspirational speech, I think we should have Captain Well, at least we managed to reconnect with Banner. I wasn't so worried about the tower as I was... And if he's holding up...
New York? Is there a problem? Another one?
Central's picking up some unusual activity at the New York Museum of Art. Looks like a break-in. It's all stolen artwork, recently recovered from the personal collection of... Дэdpul?
That Harlequin is an art thief?
No. Red Skull is the art thief. Дэdpul is more of a... kinda like... You really need to see for yourself.
Good luck, kiddo. You're going to need it.
Caretaker, are you sitting in with Carol?
Oh, no. Not if Дэdpul's involved.
He cannot be that bad.
Just wait.
Any intel on our museum thief? Let me guess. Captain Mayo in the archives with a candlestick.
Hydra Mystic in the warehouse. No candles. Whatever Hydra is looking for, it seems they have yet to find it.
Just don't let them find you.
You the new guy?
Huh?
Sorry, the new fully customizable, heroically upgradable monster masher? Wisecracking anti-hero. Merc, very occasional hero. Whatever. I'm adaptable. Spin me off, it's a big franchise.
Stop talking.
Are you here for the statue too?
What statue?
The one my very mysterious and very scary client from somewhere in very Eastern Europe wants me to steal back from the guy who stole it from him? It's the Circle of Crime.
That one?
Well, Jimmy, my frickin' chungus. Yeah, that one. Hands up and pants down, ladies and gents. This is a robbery. I'm sorry, have we met? Aren't you... Sloth? No, Sylvia. Cindy?
Please kill him.
Sin, that's it. Of course, Sin. Granddaughter of Redhead. I mean Skull. Whatever.
No.
We never seem to have much luck with these stealth approaches.
I have yet to participate in one that was actually quiet.
Quiet is boring. I'm almost never quiet, and things go not terrible for me sometimes.
Try not to get wiped out by Hydra flunkies while you're mouthing off.
Not dying is actually a key part of my strategy.
Over the years, Lilith's disciples have come in many forms.
Surprise!
for the rest of us.
Yep. Right. Stacking them deep today. Mucho gusto.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Hail that.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
That's like my 10th concussion.
Reinforcements inbound. No one will touch you.
I'd love to hear who hired you to steal that artifact if you're feeling chatty, and I know you are.
Wait, you aren't the usual lady in my ear. Who is this?
Carol Danvers?
Why is that name so familiar?
I'm Captain Marvel.
It's finally happening.
Always happy to meet my fans.
Weak, even for Hydra. This is a serious predicament for you.
Hostile unit on the move.
You! Insert catchphrase here.
I am impressed. I cannot seem to focus.
I need to stop taking jobs from mysterious internet strangers. This could have been dangerous. But there are so many adorable puppy videos, not to mention all the not safe for work stuff.
What is...
Don't even ask, Hunter.
Mama said knock you out!
lucky to still be breathing.
Ready for a real hit? You're gonna remember me. Regroup and await reinforcements.
How'd you even manage to find this place? Been tracking Hydra long?
You're really pumping me for information here. I'm slack.
One time I sit in for caretaker, this is what I get. A lunatic pervert mercenary.
Lunatic pervert mercenary? That's...
You had my complete confidence.
Allow me! Gee, I better distribute my skill points. Bad luck for you, friendo!
Insanely annoying, as expected, but at least he can fight.
Step away from the artifact.
Click!
Did you just say click?
Yes, I did. For emphasis. Now hand over the statue.
Fool! Do you know what...
Monologue-free zone here. It's in my contract. Sorry. Now, respect the click and hand over the... Whoa. Big click energy. I like it. Want to help me kill some Nazis?
Hydra aren't Nazis.
Potato frittata.
What they have outlives their usefulness to me.
See? I had your back.
Right. Where is Sin? And the statue?
The level designer says she went that way.
Why betray her own people?
Maybe she appreciates a plot twist? You first. Is this a mole man thing? Please let this be a mole man thing. Cause you know I'm the biggest mole man fan. Uh-oh.
It would seem Hydra and their mistress have escaped the artifact.
Is this like one of those monkey's paw things? I say mole man, and the universe gives us off-brand vampires?
They're vampires with a Y. It's a whole... Don't ask.
Wasn't gonna. So, is there some special way to dust these critters?
Eat them before they eat you?
Bet you can't guess how many times I've heard that.
I feel stronger already. You had your chance to escape. You were too weak for this fight. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Your time has come. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I'm
No points for persistence. Where's Blade when you need him? Technically, aren't these things his cousins?
No relation, as far as I know.
Word of advice: never suggest Blade is like other vampires.
Oh, we've met. He did not appreciate my humor. Gonna get ya!
Now that was something.
I bet you've never seen one this big.
I am impressed.
Your mother abandoned you. Feel my call.
These vampires are a problem. At least we know how to handle them.
Without that statue, not even a sparkly hole can cheer me up.
Is this about your very scary client again?
When he finds out how royally I botched this mission, or worse, when he finds me, I'll be...
Deader pool?
There it is! You go, new guy! And by that, I still obviously mean the new, fully customizable...
Come back with us to the Abbey.
No.
The magical wards will protect you.
No. Hell no.
You can hide there. Help us track down Sin.
No!
Fight off the vampire infestation.
If you insist. Look, Ma, I'm gonna be DLC! Thanks, Hunter. You're literally a lifesaver. I'll just lie low until my job is done.
Does your job always require you to steal art?
That's what the client wants, sure. Most of the time it's making people sleep forever. The forbidden nap, if you will. Mercenary work is a grab bag of all...
Well, it...
It's not all sunshine and kittens. Unless the job is at an animal...
You hurt small...
No! I only hurt people. Puppies have never done...
Hurting people does not bother you?
I don't get paid to be bothered. I get paid to be cool and...
The statue...
Stealing things isn't my usual jam, but...
Can you tell me more about the...
Do I look like some sort of artsy-fartsy...
I am wondering why it was...
Because looking at it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
You and Sin were both after the statue.
It's valuable to my client, and that's...
Your mystery client, who you will not tell me about?
Not unless I want to be on the receiving end of his punishment. Normally, I'd be into that. So scary that I took a magical portal to a stranger's house in order...
You are welcome to stay at the Abbey.
I'm gonna leave a Deadpool-sized impression on the couch. That's where I'm headed, unless you still want my...
I have questions.
Sounds like somebody hasn't looked me up.
How come I have never seen...
It's physically glued to my face. If I try and remove it, my skin peels off like gum stuck on the bottom of a shoe.
That sounds...
The mask helps hide what's going on under here. It ain't pretty, and I don't want to make people barf just by looking at me. Or, I can be honest and say there wasn't the budget for it. You pick which...
I find it hard to believe.
Hey now, I never called myself ugly. This is to protect the softies who can't handle what peak male hotness...
What is your special ability?
Just 'cause I can't shoot lasers or pick up and yeet up... Wait, unless I can turn invisible now. Hold on, let me try. Nope, still only got my...
Regeneration?
My healing factor can basically bring me back from anything. No hand, no body, no prob. My cells are...
That is in...
Makes the life of a merc a lot easier when you literally can't die. Sounds good on a business card, too.
Can you tell me more about...
Oh, the girls? I'm so glad you... Guns are so impersonal. I like using the old hack and slash approach.
I also use swords. Using them takes smart...
I might not look it, Hunter, but I'm as skilled as hell swordsman. We should dance sometime.
With our swords?
Both.
Can you tell me why you're called the Merc with a...
My mouth is special, Hunter. I say all kinds of words with it.
I do not understand.
It means I talk a lot, hence Merc with a mouth. I crack jokes and break the fourth wall so much.
Who were you before becoming...
I was just a normal dude, except I had terminal cancer. Then I went through an experiment. Instead of dying, I got the diagnosis of living forever because of a big oopsie done by bad people who turned Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson?
Oops, that's me. Well, before all that crap.
It sounds like you have...
Don't even think about it. I have a
Before we came to the Abbey, you said you were going to be...
Deadpool living comfortably.
What?
What?
I misspoke. Talk later.
Stringing me along? The more the merrier, right? Thanks again, Hunter. If you'll excuse me.
Hunter, hello.
So, the team encountered some new breed vampires.
As Nico says, I am not...
Right there with you.
Sin's involved.
Same. I'm still not clear on why some Hydra forces...
Agreed. Hydra is involved with the vampires.
Don't worry. I'm gathering all the intel you'll need. Soon enough, we'll... Anything else?
What can you tell me about the...
Well, from a spotty centuries-old reference and the data we've collected, new breed vampires are basically fangs, claws, and a bottomless stomach. But they don't drink blood.
Can they turn human...
Well, they create new hemolisks from whatever they can't digest. Strange...
The boundaries of dark matter...
And gross. I won't mind if they shrink a little.
How do classic vampires...
These Zoomer vampires are more outgoing. They hunt in packs and don't seem to care if any... They have similar weaknesses, sunlight still kills them. But not everything lines up. Oh, and while they don't turn people into vampires, they can infect classic vampires who then serve as...
What do...
Apparently, she's a vampire. A vamp classic, not the new breed. Before that, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew her as a decently competent Hydra luminary. Sin always got a ton of leeway because she's...
Red Skull...
The yin to Steve's yang. Founded Hydra, fought on the wrong side of World War II, and...
Do you think Sin could be...
She and Faustus used to fight like a sack of rats. Whatever her game is, Hydra as a whole doesn't... See ya.
Hunter,
Did you sleep well?
Oh, sure. I can pass out just about...
Well, I hope the Abbey starts to...
You know what they say? Home is where the unresolved childhood trauma... I'm sure you've got...
I try not to think about...
Ooh, you know what that sounds like? The classic Дэдпул method.
What is this?
Your brain gets bonked around so much, it just sort of forgets things.
How...
How could you ask me such a sensitive question? Shame on you, Hunter. Don't worry about me, I love weird. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to explore all... Sword on sword action!
Later.
I'm quite pleased with these results.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? You're welcome, Hunter.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
No pain, no gain.
No, you shouldn't have. Can't wait to try this out.
I think we've got something for everyone. All right, then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Yo, it's good to see you.
Hunter, do you have an... I'm here if you need me.